I thought this was interesting. It says, author and writing workshop instructor Colleen Mariah Ray speaks on how to write great sex scenes Saturday at the New Life Presbyterian Church. So, boy, that's one way to get attendance up. Here is a Canton man is accused of stealing a videotape from the Acme Supercenter. Police say he concealed the tape, The 10 Commandments, in his pants. Please, do not keep the 10 Commandments in your pants. You know, folks, here's why you buy a TV Guide, because sometimes the newspaper is not really reliable. Look what's on at 8 o'clock. New show, Grace Under Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Under Coach. Please do not confuse this with the Academy Award-winning film. This is Slimy Blade with Billy Bob Thornton. You like pets, you like animals, boy, who doesn't? And you know, the paper's always a good place to look for an animal. Here's the deal. German Shepherd, 85 pounds, neutered, 6 years old, lovely disposition. Look, speaks German. What is this? Otenheimen even. Liebenheimen. What is it? Ja, der Assengraben. Ja. Here's Blackie the cat. Look at all these cats. Look at the top row of animals. Lovely animals up for adoption. I like going on Blackie. Very cuddly. Look at that rabid-looking thing. Sink that big buck tooth into you. Look at that thing. A rabid-looking cat. That looks real cuddly. You know, here's your government at work. This is the wolf-like animal shot by feds. Now look at the bottom sentence. Official believes shooting the animal was the best choice because capturing it would have stressed it. Yeah, so let's put a bullet in his head. Do some weddings? There we go, some weddings. All right, do some weddings. Weddings are always good. Everybody likes weddings. Here's the Fought Too Long wedding. See, Fought Too Long. See the name? Fought Too Long. Okay. That was just a warm-up wedding. Did I stress these are actual weddings? Here's the Can of Worm wedding. There's the Charred Waffle wedding. Here's a hot couple. Look at this, folks. It's the Burn Sheets wedding. Yeah. How about the Breed Love Daily wedding? Interesting one, the More Lick wedding. Or you could go to the Daily Hickey wedding. How about the Palmer Self wedding? Or the Butts Cross wedding. And here's a woman who'll be crying her eyes out on her honeymoon because it's the Quick Willie wedding. Okay, folks. And there are the headlines. And it's the headlines. It's Monday night. Time for headlines. You know, there's something about being a guy, no matter how big, no matter how powerful, you just act silly when there's a camera on. This is a picture of former President Bush, Ford, and Carter, the two-day celebration for the renovated Ford Museum. Now, look at Fred. Go in close on President. Look, he's giving his wife rabbit ears for the camera. At what point do men stop doing that? When you're President of the United States, really? I mean, what, you did it in second grade, you do it your whole life, you're president. Warranty used car. I like that 95 Dakota cab. Look at this. V8 auto, air, sunroof, power windows, locks, hot and cold running water, lake view, and patio. Boy, that's pretty loaded. The lake view and the patio.
That's great, man.
That's a big truck. Here you go. There you go. Here's Crown Oldsmobile. And there's Crown's competent sales staff. Too bad nobody knew how to spell competent. This week's best, yellow corn plus cantaloupe. And you know the nice thing about this cantaloupe? You know, people are so used to lying. Look at what it says in the corner. Real cantaloupe flavor. I don't know what kind of dog this is. Must be kind of a hippie dog. Kev, look at this. Female black and tan puppy, part doobie.
Sounds good.
This is the stupidest thing I have ever seen. These are motion-detecting giant electronic radar frog, radar duck, and radar pig. Now look, you put these, this is a motion, if someone breaks into your house. No, wait, go in close on the crook. Look, he hears the quacking. Why pay thousands? Well, look what it says under the picture. This is so stupid. Look, an unexpected ribbit can chase away would-be intruders. Place several radar and locations. You know, I would break into this guy's house just because he's so stupid. You know, I've never thought of robbing a home. I want to find the house that has this and rob it just to show the guy this doesn't work. Much idiotic. Oh, here's another one. Here's chirping chick. Mama and baby chick are joined with hook glue and fat. Look what it says at the bottom. Chirping chick may not chirp. What did it say? Because your chirp may vary. I saw this and there's a conference for singles scheduled. And then it's go down to the blue. It says the theme is being a significant single. But look how they discriminate. Go right down. This price based on double occupancy, $50 per person, and includes food and beverage. Look, if you're single, it's $70. So really, they're not doing you any favors. Really. On the same thing. Condo lodge, affordable condominium lodging. Look at the first one. One bed sleeps 2 to 4. Or 2 beds sleeps 4 to 6. Either way, you're not going to be getting much sleep. Explain this one to me. Ice cream shops. Now go where it says we have 24 ice cream shops. Ask store clerk for closest location. Well, aren't you in the closest location? I mean, aren't you in the store? Would you ask them where the next store? Police often have to use their, their instinct. Look at this. A cow was found in the road Saturday near Lake Shawnee. The officer was able to get the suspect back behind her fence by singing the theme from the television series Rawhide. Hey, women, I don't want to hear there are no good men out there, okay? I don't want to hear I can't meet a guy. There you go. Look at that. Oh, no, there you go. What woman wouldn't jump at this chance? Alcoholic smoker, gambler, into head games, looking for hard-working woman to cut the grass. All right, 2 last quick ones. This is an ad for Paul Stewart. This is Paul Stewart clothing. I don't think this guy is Italian. I don't think he knows anybody that's Italian, or he wouldn't be selling his suits with this gesture. Hey, I got your suit right here. And finally, there's Charmin bath tissue. And the nice thing is, go up in the corner, it's boneless. Oh, man, how many times? Oh, man, you get those bones. Folks, you have it. Hi, everybody. It's Monday night, time for headlines. All right. Here's an interesting headline. It says, caskets found as workers demolish mausoleum. We had no idea anyone was buried there. Now, what do you think? What do you think it was, a 7-Eleven? Hello? I don't quite understand this one. Staten Island ferry hits pie, 18 injured. Here's the Sun Sentinel. Look at this guy. Big jugs, fine wine, nice party. You know. I'll tell you, you know. And if you're on a tight budget, you can lose a wine. Here's great gifts for Dad. I saw this in the paper yesterday. Look, there's cologne, and of course, can you go in close? There's your dad's Dennis Rodman. There's some of the others. Here's another interesting Father's Day specials in the paper over the weekend. Father's Day, these are books. Look at this one, The Private Diary of Lionel Menendez. You want to give that to your dad? Dad, here's a story about two kids that blew their dad's head off. I think you might enjoy it. Happy Father's Day. Dennett's Wharf. You know, I'm sure this is a very nice restaurant. I don't quite understand. Look what it says. Look what it says about this restaurant. We will do your mom for nothing again and again on Mother's Day. What is that? Look at that. That's horrible. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Here's Sergeant David Stankiewicz of Kalamazoo calibrates the guidance system for a bomb. Now, going close, isn't he hitting that bomb with a hammer? Is that really the best way to calibrate a bomb? What do we got here, huh? There's Georgia peaches, California grown. You all know Posturepedic mattresses, they're pretty good. But if you sleep outside, you might want to buy one of these. This is the Pasturepedic. It's a little cheaper. Here's an interesting ad. Delicious, well-composted horse manure. You might want to eat this while you're sleeping on your pasture-perfect mattress. You know, I haven't had a school lunch in a long time, but I don't know. Look at Wednesday. Turkey load. What is that? What is turkey load? I don't know. Here's the quilted garden. Have you ever heard of this? Dirt and tomato scents. If you love the garden, you'll enjoy these naturally derived, subtle garden scents of fresh turned soil and just picked tomatoes. Can be worn as personal scents. Hey, were you eating manure? Me? No. That's just my new personal scent. Here's a hell of a deal. $88,000. Own your own home. This single-story home was built in 1937. Has 12 bedrooms, 1 bath. And is 690 square feet. Not much of a deal there. Yeah. All right. It can't all be winners. What do we got here? How about this? 19th hole special. The Tee Off Restaurant. Wednesday, all you can eat bones, $9.95. Here's a group you don't want to mess with. Here are people, give these people whatever they want. It's the Harrisburg Postal Employee Gun Club. Oh my God, the Postal Employee Gun Club. And you know, women doing so many things now, excelling in so many different areas. Look at this woman. Here's Kristen Strong. Look at this woman. See the caption? Look at this woman. She is 15 months pregnant. I'll tell you, that is... Yet she's still out there playing hardball. That's important. Here's some bras and things for sale. But you know what I thought was interesting was the tag. Can you go in close? All garments made in U.S. or imported. When dogs aren't nice, these are things you should do. If knocked over by a dog, roll into a ball with your hands over your ears. I just like the last sentence. This is effective even for dogs that do not speak English. Got something for me? A couple more? Folks, it's time to shape up. There's class 1. Look at class... Oh, but look how you look after 19 classes. Look at that, huh? Ah, beautiful there. Would anybody answer this ad for rent? For rent, vibrator, well used. Oh, yeah, one more quickie after this. This is from TV Guide. There's Star Trek. Spock's sudden overwhelming urge to mate endangers Kirk. And finally, Kev, how many jokes we done about the lovable purple dinosaur? Oh, hundreds of jokes. You love me, I love it. And yet to see this in the paper, look at this. Oh, I was heartbroken. Barney found guilty on 16 sex counts. Oh, sad when that happens. Folks.